Hello friends, in this video we'll see how we can use Axios in React application. So for the same, I have already posted an article on jsonworld.com. You can see there. I'll post the link in the description. And now let's see how we can integrate the same. So here I have installed a basic React app with Create React App tool, and this app is running here. So now I'll create components and files for making the request. So at first I'll create two components here, and here we will have one user list. So here we'll show two kind of we'll show mainly data from a third-party server user to show the different requests like get, post, delete. So let me show you how we can this on placeholder API. So here if you scroll down, you can see different endpoints for getting different posts. So here we use this endpoint to get the list of users and make or get request from our app. So now in the user list, at first we will proceed to do the code for listing task, right? So here I have done all the stuff needed for the listing part. Here I have called the needed packages, imported that, and I have already installed the Axios with this command npm install Axios from terminal. And apart from that, I have created a class-based component here. I have not used a functional-based components because most of the beginners start from class-based approach. So I have not used functional with hooks kind of stuff. So here you can see I have used lifecycle method component mount to get the list of users from the JSON placeholder API. And here I have set the data into the state variable users. And in render section, we have just mapped that listing, and here we have iterated the list. So if we run the app, we will see, I'm sorry. So here after making these changes, we need to add this file over here. So I'll import that component, import user list from component folder and user list. Okay, and if we see, it's a default export, so we can make it this way. And here in this main div, I will create an instance of this component. Now let's see the change. Here you can see that we have list of all the 10 users received from this API. So this is the get request we have made here. You can see also see over the network tab. And if I request here you can see a get request have been sent, right? And now we are getting successful response, method is get. So now the next thing is to make a post request. For that I have already created a component, add user, and here I'll do all the needed stuff for making the post request with Axios. So for that we will have a form with the name value which will submit to the JSON placeholder API. So let's start. So in this file you can see I have made a add user of component, imported the libraries here, and in the component I have in the state I have a name variable, and that name variable we have in the form, and we have two methods generated for the form. One is handle submit, one is handle change. The same is defined here. Handle change is updating the value from to the state level, and the handle submit is submitting the data to the server. So here you can see we are binding the payload which is being passed from here, and this is the axios.post, the URL for the request, and this is the data. If we make the request, let's see what happens. And one more thing, we need to add this component to the add.js file. So let's add this here. So if we refresh it, we can see a form, and let's see the response over here. So if I type something, let's say JSON world as a name, and if I make request, post request here, you can see here, yeah, this is a post request, and this is the URL, and if you check the response, we can see here the response. A new ID has been generated for this request. So post request is successful here. So now the next task is to make or delete requests, right? So in this same form, the add user form, I'll make changes for making the delete request. Post and put is almost same. So now I'm moving to delete. So I made it an ID here, and default value is written here 0. It will be an ID. Okay, and here we don't need the payload stuff, and here since we are making the delete request, so we don't need to pass payload separately. We'll pass the ID in the URL only. Here it will be delete, and here where we have name, it will be ID. I guess that's it. And if we now if we like make request for delete, then let's see what happens. Here we have some error. ID is not defined. So state ID is equal to 0, line number is 17. Oh sorry, here it will be this dot state dot ID. Okay, now let's make the request. If we let's say we type 1 here and make a delete request. You can see this is a delete request, and we have received 200 from the server. Empty response empty, but we can see here the response is 200. So the delete request is successful here. So this way we can make the basic request methods like get, post, put, delete. Okay, so that's it for now. Subscribe this channel for more videos. Thanks a lot.